rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuare reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
Hey man, I've been like a cartoon character. I've been wearing this outfit every day, all day, everywhere I go.
Promotion,
Well,
promotion.
I said y'all gonna see this, and y'all gonna like, subscribe, comment. Hey man, how you doing? You good?
You know I'm straight.
Like a cool guy, like a cool kid in the back of the classroom. The one that be banging the pencils on the desk, and be talking all the damn time. Hey, let's get into it. That
Well,
boy,
being that we went to school together, you knew I was not doing
they don't know that.
that.
Hey, let's get into it, man. That boy, Joel Embiid, out indefinitely.
And you jumped in that thing. I tried fresh to death. Let me get
Let's
caught
get it.
up to you. So yeah, Joel Embiid out indefinitely. That's where we go. Why? Do you know why?
Because I think with that being said, he officially don't even care about that MVP. All he care about is getting the championship.
Nah, that man gotta have his meniscus repaired. So they say with that, that's typically, if it's what they saying it is, that's typically a 4 to 6 month, turnaround. So that puts him past, let's see,
Well, if that's the case,
January,
he done.
February, March, April. So that puts him, if they able to make some noise, which I think they could, and it's still above the trade deadline. They got a lot of trade assets. I mean, but Paul Reed, he's no Joel Embiid, but if you're able to restructure your offense, you got Maxey, you got Tobias Harris. Those will be your two pillars, and then you got all your support beams around you. You got Morris, I think it's Morris Senior over there.
Hey,
You got
hey,
Oubre. Um,
it's a wrap.
I'm not saying that they can win a championship without him. What I am saying is they can buy him time so he can go through the process of healing and potentially represent them in the first round, and maybe they do something. But that's why he's out. So for me, it's very unfortunate because I don't think this had anything to do with why he was out in the beginning. My thing is, if you're injured, be injured. If you're injured and can't play, because you've seen when Giannis was injured, Giannis played. We seen Giannis. We don't know what happened with Giannis when he hyperextended his knee during the playoffs. Was it the finals? When he hyperextended his knee before the finals, and then he came back and played in the finals and won the championship. We seen that with Giannis, right? Giannis came back and played. If you can't play through your injury, don't play through your injury because you're gonna be out there laboring and everything else, and then something else worse can happen. So now you see what it looked like when someone's really injured. Ain't no negotiating whether I'm playing or not. That man's really injured. He is out. Ain't there's no MVP conversation. He's out for the count.
That boy, that team is done. Wrap it up.
I don't think they done.
They can't. They barely win, if that, without him. They are a completely different team without him. They
Right, but
got what? The deadline is what? A few days
I
from
think
now?
like February 8th.
Yeah, I'm saying they got 4 days to do something if they gonna do something, which they ain't gonna have. They done. If they gonna make it to the playoffs. They should have enough skill to make it to the playoffs. But when they get there, they gonna get beat up
But
terrible.
that's what I'm saying. But if you know from now until April, we don't have Embiid, you get to restructure your offense. You seen Tyrese Maxey go off for 50. Like, come on, man. This is what second time this season doing that. So I don't think they down and out. I think they are not going to be the same team. But like I said, they got a lot of trade assets.
Bookmark this. The boys is done.
No, they're
First
not.
round, first round exit. Bookmark it. You
I
heard
think
it
it
here.
depends. If they go against like the Heat, they ain't done.
Boy, the Heat is a whole different team in the playoffs. Who
They
knows what them dudes is
yeah.
capable
The
of?
Heat is the same team that get all the way to the finals and lose. I ain't
But that's
counting.
getting to the finals.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
That's
count
the
the
finals.
76ers out against them.
That's a whole different team with the playoffs.
Especially if the 76ers know we win this and Embiid comes back. Shit.
They can know everything they want to know. It's a wrap.
And then
It's,
whoever.
it's a wrap.
I think they'd be straight going against like the Pacers.
The who?
The Pacers. I think they'd be straight.
Not if Tyrese back in healthy and he start getting some chemistry with Siakam in them boys.
Hey, Tyrese versus Tyrese, all they need to do is have Tyrese sing the national anthem. Shit.
It's a wrap, man. Dang, no boys is out. That boy out that long. Nah.
So what do you think it's gonna do for this MVP race?
It's gonna be between. It's gonna open up the door for your Jokic. It's gonna be at the top. It's gonna be pretty arguable because your team gotta be top three. You know, you said because I was watching the Clippers game earlier. They was talking about what could Kawhi name get mentioned in there if they went out the West because they like third right now with
I
32
don't
and
know
15.
when you have
But you
yeah
got a big three. It's hard to put your name in there when you got a big
big
three and
four.
your other two are playing well too. Like James Harden playing pretty well right now. Paul George playing pretty well now. It's hard, but I'm just saying, you open up the door for a name like that to get put in a conversation. You open up a door for Jason Tatum to come in there and put a name in a conversation. Giannis, name always in the conversation. Luka, if they win, name
It's
in the
what I say.
conversation.
It's too many ballers who are doing way too much for
Right
Kawhi
now, it's
Leonard
gonna be it's
to
right
be in the
now.
picture.
It's gonna be right now at this current rate. It's gonna be between SGA and Jokic probably. You talking MVP with Giannis being thrown completely out now. I mean not Giannis and B being completely out. It's gonna be between Jokic and SGA, the top two hitters.
Because I'm looking. So 24 points, 6.3 rebounds, 3.7 assists. He don't have the numbers of an MVP. When you got a
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum that's 24, 6, and 3.7. Let me see. Let me go to the Jason Tatum. I mean, even if you look at a Jokic, look at a Giannis, like it's way too many other players. Come on, man, I'm trying to go over them. Who averages near double doubles. You 24, 6, and 3.7. So let me see what Jason Tatum got. Jason Tatum, he coming in 26, 8, and 4. So his numbers are better than yours. Up top, they're up top in the East. Number one team in the East. And then the Bucks, the number two team in the East. There's no way with a Giannis. What's Giannis averaging? He's averaging a near triple double. I know he's averaging a double double. Um, let me see right here. Giannis, 31, 11, and 6. Yeah. Kawhi's not going to get it. He's not going to get it when you have players
No.
averaging something like this. And then let's say if Luka continue to get, he gets to climb within the top 5 and he's averaging numbers like this, Luka's going to be averaging 29, close to 30, but between 29, 30, 10 assists and about 8 rebounds. That'd be Luka. So with players with numbers like that, I
He'll be
mean,
averaging 30 something.
sure. With players with numbers like that, there's no way Kawhi's gonna get. There's no way he's gonna get it. It's
So
just, yeah. I don't
nah,
see him getting it.
I don't see him. But his name came up today.
Yeah.
You know, it's too many heavy hitters. But one thing's for certain though, whoever gets the MVP, the team is pretty much what top three in the conference
It
every
could be that.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Top three, you gotta win. I don't see nobody win an MVP from a team that's like 7th, 8th, 6th, 7th, 8th in the conference. The teams is always top 3. So it's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to see SGA win one.
Oh yeah.
If not Jokic or Giannis, the top 3 every year in Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, if it ain't one of them, it'd be
I
nice to
think
see a new face up there.
if SGA is able to lock up the number 1 seed in the West, I think he can easily do it. He averaging 30 plus points, and I think what about 4 rebounds and 8-ish assists. Let me look and see what he got going. Where you at, player? Here you go. All right. 31, 5, and 6. So that's straight. Um
Scoring
that's
title
straight.
though, with Embiid being out, he could at
Yeah.
least get a scoring title this year.
What makes a big difference here, he's averaging almost 10 more points than Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi Leonard stepped up his scoring, then yes, you can make the argument. But also when I think MVP is if the players on the court, they got a pretty damn great chance of winning. You take them off the court, and probably like it's a whole different team. That's kind of how I see when you talk about most valuable player, who's the most valuable to their team. That's how I see it. So you take Kawhi Leonard off the court, Paul George gonna step up, Westbrook gonna step up, James Harden gonna step up. You take Shea off the court, other people gonna step up, but nobody to the magnitude of a Paul George, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Nobody to that magnitude. So that's how I see it. But we shall see.
Let's keep it moving. First time in NBA history, we have 360-point games in a losing effort. Womp, womp, womp.
Man, tell me about it. Why do you think that is the case, brother? Why do you think that is the case? Why are we having these 60-point games? Why can't they be like Luka?
These other teams don't
He
give
said
a
Luka
F
went off
about.
for 70.
Nah, it's just these other teams don't care about you. They still playing ball. Like you got one man going out doing the predominant of scoring, but we live in a league now where 60 points is still the team still scoring 140 or 130 in the game. Like
Yeah,
other people are still balling. People are still playing basketball, even though one man is doing the majority of the scoring, shooting 30 plus field goals to get those points, but the other players are still playing ball. Just because one of us on the team getting cooked, Carl Anthony, he cooking his man, Devin Booker cooking his man, Steph cooking his man. And no
yeah,
matter who we switch on them, they still getting cooked. Everybody else is still playing ball. You still got to go back and play defense. And we're going to score on y'all too. Like just because you put 2 up every time you come down the court, we come back and put 2 up, 3 up also. We scoring too. You're not stopping us. In these 60-point games, you're not seeing 60 points and 10 steals and stuff like that. Like they
yeah.
balling too. You got to play defense. You still got to play ball. It sucks because it takes away from your greatness performance. But these type of guys, 60 points is it's another day in the office for a Steph, another day in the office for a Devin Booker. It's still an amazing accomplishment, not to downplay it, but these ain't no once in a lifetime type of accomplishment for them type of guys right there. They can do
So
it again.
I don't really recall Booker's 60-point game because I think I was watching Luka go off for 70. But Cat, I was tuned into his game. Curry, of course, I was tuned into that game. When I was watching it, I think it wasn't basketball, like you were saying, it was forcing the issue. And when I was watching Cat's game, I kind of felt like, you know, they have this identity crisis on who is our guy. And I think Ant has established himself as the guy, but sometimes I think Cat, like, it's like, hey, like it was supposed to be me. Like it's supposed to be me, and Cat comes back. So when Cat's having that game, it's kind of like other people are trying to get like forcing the issue to get things going instead of playing in the flow of the offense. So it's like it seemed like he was forcing the issue to continue to score because the same night you heard Embiid went off for 70. Let's see if I can beat Embiid. But then his team, it was more so like certain people was like, this is my team. Like I understand you going off for this, but I get all the shots. With Curry, he got to a certain point where he wasn't passing the ball. And it was amazing to watching him play. He was like, he was going, it was like, I remember the last time that Kobe played against the Warriors, and Kobe was going toe to toe with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. And I'm just like, man, this is amazing. They make one of them make a bucket, he make one. The other one make a bucket, he was going toe to toe with them. And that's what I saw with Steph Curry, but they weren't playing basketball. It was just everybody standing around and watch, and Steph Curry gonna do something. And that's why they ultimately went to overtime. And with them old guys, when you don't have a Chris Paul to assist you, you don't have a Moses Moody, that really hurts you. A GP2, you really struggling at that point. You missing those three guards, your guard position is truly degraded and diminished. And then you get Kaminga fouls out because he's just doing just crazy stuff. Wiggins don't show up that game. Klay Thompson can't throw a grape in the ocean. All of your guards, like that's 7 guards that you have out in that game. So, and then you don't play Looney anymore. Sarge is injured that game. Um, Everybody just sitting around watching. So when you don't have the depth and your talent is restricted to what you have deep on your bench, that's how you end up losing that game. And they would have won had they played basketball, but they didn't. Everybody sat around. Y'all didn't win the games you won by sitting around watching Steph Curry. It's when the other people step up to the plate. And then you get a Klay Thompson shoot 19 shots. I think he ended the game with 10 points. Like, I would have rather set him and
He
had
the
Wiggins out
only
there.
one that went off.
Yeah.
Steph is the only one that played basketball. Wiggins, if they was putting up a trade package that day, would have solidified you getting shipped the hell up
Yeah.
out of here. Like, what were you doing? You were just there. Like, you just showed up for an attendance award. That's what you here for participation. I played. Give me my paycheck because I showed up. Like, you ain't do nothing. No assist in almost 20 minutes of playing. You ain't getting no assist and only 4 rebounds, 2 points. That's it. In 20 minutes, you a first round, first overall pick in the NBA. Not second, not third, first. First overall pick. I ain't gonna sit here and go off on that man, but golly,
Yeah.
you got to give me something. The NBA say you were going to be great to pick you first overall in a decent class too.
Mm-hmm.
You was in a very decent class and you were number 1. Whew.
Yeah, you have to find a way to impact the game. You have to find a way to impact the game. So why them games happen that way? I think people was pressing the issue. But then you notice Booker, like I say, we talked about Booker. He went off for 40 something to 60 something to 40 something. Out of those 3 games, they lost 2 of them. They lost 2 of those games. 2 of them with Booker going off like that. So you got to get your mind right. You got to stick to playing basketball. I understand if I got that hot hand, keep feeding me. But I also understand that I can't beat y'all.
Play defense. Team ball is still basketball. It's a lot more possessions. Stop being starstruck. Everybody don't care about your 50 points. I don't care if you by yourself put up 50. As long as me, him, and him put up 52, we winning the game.
Yeah.
And everybody gonna remember that.
And that's what Quill and I were arguing about the other day. It's not about how many points you put up. It's about how many points you keep them from putting up. So you could put
Yes.
up 60, but if you're not stopping them, it don't matter.
We all eating because the Hawks, the Hawks team 8. You got what? Let's see.
Look, all they starters had double digits.
They
Coming out
8.
their bench with 20.
Matthews is the only one that had 8 points, but everybody, you got bench players get you. Bogdanovic gave you 13.
20 from O.
Yeah, he gave you 22. Like, bruh, your guards themselves almost covered that 60 point that Steph got. That's what mattered.
Yeah.
You might got a 60 from Steph, but us two combined, we put that up too.
Now, if you only got 60 from Steph and 20 to 30 from Clay, and then
there's a
Kaminga
difference.
gave you his 17 to 20, and then Podziemski gave you his 17 or 15, and you got 17 for Quinones, then that, like you say, that's
that
different.
makes
You
a
win
that
that
makes
game.
that makes a difference because everybody is contributing instead of just sitting here watching this man shoot the ball. And that's got to be that's a frustrating loss for somebody like a Steph Curry. You got to go back in the locker room and put your hands in the huddle and tell everybody good game. Like, bruh, how do you fly back home? You all the way in Atlanta. You got to fly back home with this mess.
Man, look, at this point, Moody, when you coming back? Just pause. You can sit your old ass over there. Moody, when you coming back? We need somebody that's gonna be out here, a bigger body that's gonna play offense, that's gonna play defense, that's gonna look to get their buckets, that's athletic. Like that's what we need out here. Moody, when you coming back, and Wiggins, you losing minutes, bro. You losing minutes.
He got his starting position back, which is a surprise. But I guess with all the injury y'all going through,
that man got too much mental stuff going on. He's a done deal. I don't want to give
put
up
him in
on
the
you.
starlight.
I don't want to give up on you, Wiggins. But you, whatever state you in, you cannot assist us. So we ain't necessarily got to trade you. But you coming out that damn court, though. That's what I'm telling you. Because our goal is to win the championship. So we let you go out for a little minute last year. You can be out indefinitely this year until you get your mind right. But you can be with us. We'll support you either way. But it's players like that or Steph Curry went down.
I can't talk though. We lost to the Bucks. You call me. Wait for you. I'll say we lost to the Greek freak. Finally gave that man a decent win. What's his name?
Doc Rivers.
We finally gave that man. Hey, we're gonna let you keep your job. We're gonna let y'all get this game.
Speaking of Doc, behind that win, Doc Rivers gets named the coach of the All-Star game.
Did everybody else decline? You think is that a possibility?
I don't think everybody else. I don't get the logic behind this. Like, unless this was something that was pre-planned, showing him appreciation because maybe you feel like he's such a great coach. There's no way he's not coaching this year. It's an honorary thing. We're going to give him the slate to coach the All-Star game. If it was nothing like that, this is a fucking joke. Y'all playing with Adrian Griffin's name. That's what y'all doing. Because how can you justify Doc Rivers being the All-Star game coach?
That's what I'm saying. Did the other coaches, did they decline it? Did they ask them and they declined it behind closed doors or something? Like, nah, I'm finna spend time with my family. I need a break. How? How, Sway?
I don't.
Give him something to do. Throw him out there. He ain't worked all year. Let him work. Other coaches want to spend time with their family.
See the way he's scratching his head? He like, I don't understand how I got it either. I got one win. And I got a loss. And they just lost tonight to the damn Jazz.
They got more losses than they got wins with this man.
Yep. So if you keep it up, if Adrian Griffin got fired and they were like 30-13, and right now you like 1-3, 1-2, somewhere around there.
You say they lost tonight, you 1-3, 1-4, something like that.
You gonna be gone by All-Star break. Because Adrian Griffin was winning. But like I said, what is bringing in Doc Rivers gonna do? They're not gonna play defense. It's a problem. Anybody should fear the deer that doesn't exist. They're gonna shoot the damn deer. It's deer hunting season. They eating deer burgers.
Jerky.
Beef jerky. Hey man, they don't care about this. They don't care, brother.
They both went off when I hit that day, boy. Giannis gave me a 48 piece, and D-Lib followed up with a 30 piece. I can't compete with that with no Kyrie.
Nah, you weren't gonna compete with that with a Kyrie.
I'm talking about scoring wise. Like, we have no chance. We do not have no 30-point scorers on our team.
Yeah.
Possible
If
outside of
Tim
Kyrie.
Hardaway hot, that's it.
He could be hot, and him hot is 24.
Bro, he went off for 30 this year.
I mean, he can. But
That's what I'm
we're just saying, being realistic, the only person that can score 30 outside of Luka, we know, is Kyrie Irving.
Grant Williams went off for 30 before, too.
Hey, man, look, I'm trying to hear that. We all know there's only one man on that team that can give you 30 outside of Luka that we know that can give you 30.
And they got 3 people on their team. Now, it's not likely that Middleton going to give you 30, but they got Giannis.
You got
Lillard.
2 guaranteed 30s. They got guaranteed 230 on any given night. Like you said, Hardaway got to have an exceptional night to give you 30. Grant Williams is not. There's no type of nothing. That's just a once in a lifetime type stuff. So, yeah, that's a tough one. But it is what it is. It is.
I know y'all better quit playing. Y'all gonna be the reason Doc Rivers gets snuffed by Adrian Griffin. He gonna go in and embrace him, and he gonna hit him with the If y'all sitting here playing, Adrian Griffin was supposed to be that coach.
Politics. It is what it is. Why? Let's talk about STL. I should have put my STL hat on.
Yeah, that Dallas Mavericks hat ugly.
That boy guy put up some buckets. Gave him a little quick 43 piece. And it's crazy, though, because everybody been scoring 70 points, 60 points, 50 points. Like, you got your little 43, you kind of be like, yeah, whatever. But he went home, and he gave them boys
the Blues. So the thing is, he is the last of their big 3 to have a breakout game. He's finally, you've seen KD have his, you've seen what Booker had his consecutively, and now you see Bradley Beal. So I mean that's good. Hopefully they can keep it to where any given night, every given night, you have at least one of them having a game like this because they have the capabilities to do that. I don't know if they can sustain this. But if you got between Bill, Booker, and KD, the ones who I want to go off for the 30 plus, I think, are Bill, and KD. Them the ones I want to go off. Booker, he's more likely to get the assists, to have like 10 assists or more. So with that being said, I can take 20 from Booker because he's gonna give you between 15 to 20 easily in his sleep. And if he's able to give you those 10 plus assists, then I don't really see them losing too many of those games if you're getting these type of numbers from KD and Bill.
The best availability. That's the best availability. We're finna knock on wood for that man.
Because he said he finally healthy. And he said it is a great relief to be finally healthy, and I can dig that. I'm happy for you. I don't know what happened to your face. I think I got you out here looking like Batman, but that injury ain't take you out too far. So
he a hooper. At the end of the day, he's still a hooper, and
He's a damn good one too.
scoring is his forte. That's what he paid for. Put the ball in the hoop. Is what he is. He ain't a playmaker. He's not a lockdown defender. I guess he would be considered undersized. At being 6'3".
What are you, 6'3"?
Yeah.
6'3" shooting guard. You could say that.
He's a scorer. He puts the ball in the hoop. A scorer. I ain't gonna say lockdown shooter or nothing like that. The boy put the ball in the hoop. However he gets it in there.
He will dunk on you.
He's athletic. Yeah. He that's what he did. He finally did what he was paid to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Washington gave him that contract. Washington gave him that contract.
With 4 consecutive in and outs, like he did to Austin Reeves. But I want to see him drop. I want to see him drop buckets like this against a respectable team, like a competitive team. Let me not say respectable. Let me say competitive team. I want to see him drop buckets like this against a competitive team.
Good luck.
You said good luck. They losing that game.
Yeah, like in the playoffs, if they play a Clippers or something like that, you ain't gonna put 40 up on their head.
Well, the Clippers is different because the Clippers got Kawhi, and the
That's
thing
what I'm
about
saying.
the Clippers, they got PJ Tucker on the bench. So at any given time, they could put somebody in the game and be like, play defense. Like that's the only thing they want you to do, play defense. So they got Kawhi gonna play defense, PG gonna play defense, Terrence Mann gonna play defense. So,
hey, like I said, if you put 43 on their head, especially in a playoff environment, that's saying something, Bradley Beal. Now you worth that 200 mil, boy. You put 40 on their head. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, real quick, let's talk about that Stephen A. recruits LeBron to the Knicks. Go ahead, tell us something with that, Deuce. Tell us something about that.
All right, so Stephen A., he be digging the Knicks. He see that it is very tumultuous in LA, and he found a resolution, which is to get LeBron James to the Knicks. So he has been acting as a Knicks ambassador, saying LeBron James come to the Knicks, and the Knicks and the Lakers played last night. And he like, you already in the Garden, you know what it's like being in the Garden. Come be in the Garden. Let the Mecca of NBA basketball, let the Mecca of NBA basketball be your home. So LeBron James, and right around this time, his Rich Paul, his agent, came out and said LeBron James has not requested a trade. And the Lakers have no plans of trading him. He's actually one of the pieces that they will not trade. And the Lakers organization backed that statement. LeBron James has been posting subliminals and cryptic messages, like I think on Insta or something. He posts like an hourglass, pretty much. So when Stephen A. came out the comments, he responded with, I've thought about playing in New York before. So he admitted that he's thought about playing in Madison Square Garden. So we don't know where this goes, but imagine LeBron James with a Jalen Brunson, because they're gonna have to give up a lot, and I think they're gonna have to bring in another team or two to facilitate that trade. But they're gonna have to give up a lot to get LeBron James. But I know they're gonna keep Jalen Brunson, running him and LeBron James next to each other. So
they're gonna have to give up Julius Randle with that. It'd be nice.
Yeah, they're gonna have to give up Julius Randle.
But I don't think that'll solve their problems.
Nah, but it'll take them one step closer. It'll take them one step. Yeah, it will sell tickets.
That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna sell tickets, and everybody gonna be happy to. It ain't like they got problems selling tickets, but everybody gonna be happy to see them play. LeBron in a New York jersey. What?
Gonna be
back
crazy.
To the east. Back on the east side.
Hope you pack shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck.